The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business. Right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You found The Local Show with Tom and Steve, and we do appreciate you hanging out with us. If you'd like to text us any information at all or a picture of your pet, you can do that to Steve. It's the Steve compliment line, we call it.
You call it. Nobody else calls it that. You call it that.
Well, you know, you're indulge him.
Okay, so just to be clear, the Steve compliment line. 315-216-0273. Look at that. I read a number correctly, Tom.
Yes.
Sometimes it happens. 216-0273. You want to hear a guest again? You get some questions. You love Tom's voice, whatever those things you want to say. That we're here and love to hear what you have to say.
Yeah, there you go. All right, compliment line. We have a new person on to the show. Steve, try not to scare her away, would you? You know, you and your...
I know.
Large hands and things.
And flailing
arms. And it's Janet Lutz. She's the owner of Calico Gals. How are you there, Janet?
I'm great, I think.
Yes. You won't be. 10 minutes from now, you're like, what was that?
You're safe here until you're not. But yeah.
Thanks for the heads up.
Yeah. Janet, tell us about your background. Are you a homegrown lady? Did you grow up here?
I did not grow up here. I grew up in Western New York, so that's kind of close, right?
Yeah, where? Yeah. Where were you?
I graduated from Perry High School, which is right outside of Letchworth State Park. Most people recognize Letchworth State Park.
You know, I haven't been there in years, but I'm not good with heights. And so,
understatement of the year.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Letchworth, I think.
Let's go on the railroad bridge, Tom.
Yeah.
Now, did they change that bridge? Did they do something?
Yes, they have a new one recently. It's
Is it still as high?
Everything else is the same. It's just not the one that was built in the 1800s.
Yeah. That's incredible out there, though. Beautiful area. Yeah. So what brought you to Syracuse, New York?
I came to school here and got married, had a bunch of kids, and then decided, I want to start a business.
What school? What did you come here
I went
for?
to CCBI. Do you guys remember that?
I do.
Absolutely, yeah. I actually, one of my first girlfriends was from CCBI when I was a teenager.
I thought you looked familiar. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe we dated.
I think my mom went to Powelson or CCBI.
Yeah, they were
right on James Street.
Schools. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, right at
That's
that time.
wonderful.
So, and I went for retail management. So that was my goal, to open a store. Family got in the way. Kids got a little older, and I finally did it.
Great. So now you're all settled in Syracuse. You got how many kids you have?
I have 4. They're all grown up.
God bless you.
Pile of grandkids, too.
That's wonderful. You don't look that old.
Oh,
but,
thank you. I like this place.
Very nice.
You guys are nice.
So what made you get into this business, and what is the business?
So Calico Gals is a quilt shop. So people think we sell quilts, and we normally do not sell quilts. We sell fabric, sewing machine, inspiration, classes. We're quite a busy store. What I like to say to people is everyone has a 1 degree of separation from a quilter. So I'm going to challenge you guys on that. I bet you know a quilter if you think about it.
Are you a quilter, Tom?
Not a quilter. No.
I bet you know one. Everybody says, my grandmother.
My grandmother made quilts, and we still have, and they were patches. And I liked them, especially as a kid, because the fabric was cool. Like you had this warm, but it was like this cool, and they were different colors. And
you've got it. And I think that's what people don't realize is quilts are generational, and when you get one, you keep it.
Right.
You have your grandmother's stuff.
I do.
So it's not like something you're throwing away ever.
Now, where are you guys? Where are you located?
We're on Newcourt Ave, so it's right between Lincourt and Eastwood. Beautiful building down there. Sure. We've been there 15 years.
Oh, wow.
I do know a quilter. Come to think, she's right. Yeah. Well, my wife, half her family's from Dublin, Ireland, and her cousin Marion is a quilter, big quilter, and she's made some really nice stuff.
They're quilting Irish
for our girls. Yes, yeah, and she does the fancy stuff like the girls liked a particular Disney star or whatever, and she made like a Disney type.
Did you ever go to that room in the State Fair, Tom? Over the Home Center, and you have the quilts and everything. That's
have you competed in that?
That's my craft. crowd right there.
Yeah.
You're talking about my people.
Have you competed in that or
Not
no?
me, not me.
Okay.
See, I'm the inspiration here. You know? or sometimes they call me their pusher.
Okay.
So people really enjoy the shopping part of quilting too.
So it takes what, half hour to make a quilt?
About that. Yeah, about that. You nailed it. Yeah.
Explain
it takes longer than that to just pick out what color you want to make the
Right.
quilt.
So explain to our listeners, what is a quilting circle? Have you ever heard of that expression?
Yeah, and actually, we may not use that expression anymore, but it's still very, very popular. And it's just a group of people that get together and they sew together.
Okay. Are they all women?
No, they're not. I wanted to make sure you guys understood that.
They're all women and then Tom.
Actually, I do have an employee named Tom.
Yeah.
There you
Okay,
go.
so tell me about the guys. So that's interesting.
No, yeah, we do. Guys do quilting too. Well, think about it. Think about sewing and what sewing used for tailoring, making clothes.
Oh, yeah,
You know,
yeah.
traditionally this was a guy's industry to begin with. You know.
Right.
And women have become more interested in it over the generations. Okay, again,
Right.
they're more the ones that were home and had to make the clothing and the quilts for their families.
So where has technology jumped in?
Oh,
and,
boy.
and it's not what it
Yeah.
used to be, and it's changed, and this is that. Explain
not,
this to me.
It's not your grandmother's sewing machine anymore. If
Okay,
that's
tell
what
me
you're
more.
thinking
Yeah.
about it. That is what's really different about it. Everything's digital now. You know, the
Golly.
machines have all the computers.
You could probably
in
do
them.
crazy patterns now
You
easily,
can,
right?
You can do things like that, but it's still the same technology as, if you think about it, needle and thread.
Gotcha.
The same that your grandmother, great-grandmother did, needle and thread. Those machines still use needle and thread. It comes down to that.
But maybe if I want a picture of Tom on a quilt, where
You can do
years
that.
years ago
Yeah,
that
you
would
do.
have been okay, a little rough.
Right.
Now you can dial things in.
Yes. Yeah, you can
Yeah.
actually take a photograph with your phone and send it to your sewing machine.
What kind of prices are we
Digitals.
looking at for these types of machines?
So you can start at around $100 for
Mm-hmm.
a machine, and you can go up to $30,000.
I would
Oh
think.
my
Well,
gosh.
think about the machines that do the
Wow.
embroidery and those things. Those
Yes.
are highly sophisticated.
And you sell those. You
We
sell
do.
the big ones.
We do.
Wow.
And how
that's
big
great.
of a geography do you reach?
Well, it depends on what you. For us, it's all of upstate New York, you know, for our regular customers. But of course, now businesses are online too, so we're everywhere.
But you understand the price. So if somebody goes on, I bought a machine online. Well, good luck with that. Without somebody behind it to talk
Exactly.
about it, it's got to be really difficult.
Exactly. People really do want to shop local when it comes to sewing machines.
Do you have classes over there?
We have lots of classes
Okay,
over there.
so-
Yeah, we don't leave anybody hanging out.
Tom, imagine you
that's
and I
wonderful.
in a class sitting.
I would.
Oh my
I
goodness.
actually love this stuff.
Would I be able to
really
sit still
do.
long enough to
You
do it?
wouldn't be able to do it. No. You'd have puncture wounds all over your hands.
They'd have to pull out the first
Tom,
aid
you're,
kit.
you're invited to come.
You guys really impress me because it does take patience and it takes a great amount of skill to make something that doesn't fall apart. So you don't sell the quilts, but you sell all the material.
Correct.
What makes you a little different, and who's your competition? What makes you different from the
Well,
competition?
it's interesting you bring up competition because what I don't call it as competition as colleagues. There are other stores in the area
Yeah.
who do a similar thing that we do. They might sell different brands of sewing machines, like different car dealers or different sewing machine brands.
Right.
But we work together a lot with a lot of the same customers. We share a lot of the same people. They shop all the local stores and do that too. So we work really well.
Anything
with our
special right now? Christmas is here. Holidays are here.
Well, right now we're putting together that quilt show where for the first time we are actually selling quilts.
Real quick, tell us about that.
Okay, so it's happening next week in the Fayetteville Town Center atrium, December
Okay.
6th and 7th.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys can go buy quilts.
Nice.
So our quilters have donated quilts. Quilters are some of the most generous people you know. They enjoy making them, they enjoy giving them. And all the money we're raising for this quilt sale is going to help the victims of the hurricanes.
Oh, beautiful.
Fabulous. So,
Yeah.
so
Great cause.
Calico Gals.
Yes.
.com. If somebody has a question, they want to learn
Correct.
more,
Correct.
450-617.
Correct.
CalicoGirls.com.
Calico Gals.
Gals.
not girls.
That's why Tom doesn't let me
Gals.
read. Gals and a few guys. .com. And you're over on Newcourt. Is that what I heard you say?
Newcourt Ave.
Awesome. Thanks for being here.
Yeah.